So where can we find everyone else?
You got a residence pass? Why did I even ask?
That's where the apartments were before. Yeah, they're still, I mean, they're still there, but so there's a lot more security blocking off where you can and can't go at any given time.
No one in the Corps has eaten principal for weeks.
They still call them principal. The whale's still here. I guess there's that. What is this? I don't remember that being there before,
okay,
but I don't know what it does.
No one in the Corps has eaten principal for weeks.
The one little glowy spot, still nothing here. It feels, that's one of the weird little rooms that feels like strangely unfinished.
You think she's okay then?
Her name is Candy. Or was it Toffee?
They did end up with names. An element of individuality. Wanted, BBF. Bang Bang Fire. I guess the name doesn't really help in this context if you're gonna be misrepresented.
I heard she was the ALLMOTHER's healer. Just watched helplessly while she bled out.
No, the healer was not there.
All the medical reports say she's in peak condition.
Who? Nope. Weird little opening, but I can't go back there. I'm sure they're gonna be playing with us a little bit with our expectations, like trying to remember, like, oh, it's the germaphobe. She reigns supreme now.
Gratitude to the provisional government.
A miscellaneous in the orchard. What a treat.
It is?
I hardly see your kind, now that I'm Minister of Health. Still mulling over shades?
I haven't found a color that suits me.
It's difficult, isn't it? Wearing black? Sisters treat you like you're worthless. Tune them out. That's old thinking. There's more to a sister than her colors. So welcome upstairs, sister. If you have any questions for the Ministry of Health, I'm all ears.
I don't know who Vivian is. She's not the previous healer. So all the previous leaders seem to be gone except for maybe Principal and Knower, basically. Curious about that. My first guess at first was Maverick Healer, but then I was like, wait, no. Maverick, I believe, is the one that was specifically like, oh, I'm gonna die. This is it.
Why are so many clones being produced these days?
It's a new era. We need all the help we can get. I'm proud to say more sisters see life than ever before. Sisters like you. We've even branched out to Jiao types. Aren't they cute?
Sure.
We welcome our new diversity. We must build our new society for the long term.
You said there's more to sisters than their colors. Do you really believe that?
I should hope so. After all, I don't even see color.
You don't?
Oh, it's Sorting Sister.
It's a genetic variation. I discovered it in a time when the slightest deviation could get you thrown in the incinerator. So I hid it and barreled forth with my function, picking shades for other sisters.
Were you worried?
That I was messing up? Trapping unborn sisters into arbitrary and unfitting selection? Yes. And that was the injustice of the old way. We're not perfect squares. We're a beautiful mess of possibilities. So try as many colors as you like. It's your right.
But people get to try colors. There's like some level of choice involved now. Like the society has, at least in some ways, improved. But it feels like we've done like the equivalent of like switching from like feudalism, where there's just like a leader doing everything and everyone just has to do their job, but they're all like not necessarily equals, especially not to the leadership, but like the idea that like you just are people, and it's all, and your specifically your rank in society and your lot in life is external to you. It's not determined by your own behavior necessarily, so you just kind of wait and exist and do what you want and can and so on. But like power was bestowed to you. Here, this is something more closer to like modern like liberalism, like the idea of working and having some sort of meritocracy and self-expression and individuality under capitalism. But immediately we have a class system now. I mean, we had a class system of sorts before, but now we specifically have like a distinctly lower class that is looked down upon with those thought processes. Like it's an inherent lack of worth these people have, even like they haven't earned it.
What do you mean by old thinking?
We've inherited all sorts of strange ideas and procedures that need to be purged. You should have seen the kinds of experiments Healer was running.
Experiments?
I always questioned whether she was a sister of science or a sister who believed in magic.
What happened to her?
She was incinerated for malpractice.
Oh, she's just dead.
A fitting end for a dangerous sister.
Are we still searching for the answer to the disease?
Ah, the old immunity project. Who needs it when life inside is so great? Look around you. Life expectancy has increased. Sister happiness is at an all-time high. We haven't been bothered by the occupants for nearly a decade.
Oh, so these younger people are less than a decade old. The ones that don't remember occupants.
Ever since the All-Mother made her dying wish, we've been perfecting life in the orchard.
Thank you for your time, Minister.
Gratitude, sister. I hope to see you at the play. Leisure activities provide excellent health benefits. They could even extend your life.
The story is such a mess of sympathetic characters doing bad things and upsetting characters potentially helping in various ways and so on. Like, you look for good guys and bad guys, and the game kind of fucks with you for that. Because, like, you obviously are sympathetic for Youngest. You feel bad for her during her story. She's seemingly more sympathetic than Iris ever was, even though you do see Iris's childhood and everything. But now she's principal, and she's probably in many ways making things worse and making some upsetting choices. But like a lot of the stuff she's doing is in direct response to Iris's society and the fucked up things that were going on under that system. And like somebody like Healer was like practically the only person that was actually guilting us over killing Fixer. No one else was really processing it in quite that way, but Healer specifically was pointing out that we had a choice, and she was mad. But she's the one that might be up to the most heinous stuff. But is she? I think so. It seems like the people that she's cutting up are feeling real. They're real people that feel and everything, so it's upsetting what's happening there. But you wonder like what drove her to do that, if she's the one that is seemingly more likely to care. And it's like, I wonder if she was trying to find the secret behind everything, like what their purpose is, maybe how to restore immunity, or what makes the different identities exist or not exist, or trying to solve mysteries about the All-Mother and the occupants or something. Like, I feel like she was on to something and had a reason to be working on the way she did, but it is still like, still fucked up, like, things to do to people. And I think about, is it Mr. Cohen or something like that from BioShock? Like on some level, if she doesn't have a mission, she is just doing upsetting, like the equivalent of like actually like two different people. There's the artist and the surgeon that both come to mind from BioShock that are just kind of like psychotically fucking with people for their own ends, their own amusement.
How can I be of service, sister?
Thank you for your time, Minister.
Gratitude, sister. I hope to see you at the play. Leisure activities provide excellent health benefits. They could even extend your life.
And Vivian's interesting because she was, in a way, a marginalized character. They can't mostly be that massively different from other characters because they're all clones, but because she has the color blindness, she was specifically in a context where she was more in danger because of her specific standing and her traits, and that led to a situation where she was then poised to notice the sort of injustices of that system and question it in a way that other ones within that system that benefited more from it more unanimously would be less likely to do. I think it was my Ad Astra video where I made the point of, like, if you want to make a character seem anachronistically forward-thinking in your society, one of the easiest ways to do that is just to make them queer, because like queer and minority voices and so on like that often are more forward-thinking and are more questioning of the system, and that really gets away from the whole idea when people were like, no, that's just how the morality was back then, with like slave owners in America and stuff like that. They'll talk about like, oh, that's just what morality was like that. You can't judge anyone by today's standards. And I'm like, what? Cruelty towards other human beings is judgeable in any context, really, because that's just a basic failing. Just because a lot of people are doing it doesn't make an exception to it. But in particular, the other human beings were certainly there to judge it and knew it was wrong when it was happening to them. So it's like you're shutting. It's just people who shut themselves off from being able to encounter and understand those experiences, and it's like you can't really pretend that it was in a vacuum where no one could figure it out then, because they're harming people, and so the people being harmed know that they're being harmed. What the fuck are you talking about? This looks... Is there somebody breaking out of the medical ward? Somebody harmed? What's this scene?
I was there the night the stalker drenched the tiles with Mother's blood. I've seen sisters sent to the surface. Their dead eyes when they return.
You were a chosen one?
She's a new printing. She's just having an episode. Evelyn, please, let's get you back to bed.
The stalker. They called Bang Bang Fire the stalker. Bang Bang Fire didn't kill Mother. Blue did.
What was it like on the other side?
We were a machine. 5 of each kind. The best of the best.
Please, sister, you're getting her worked up.
So there were many of you serving her. And the All-Mother, was she...
Was there 25 of them? Or 30 of them? The doors? I didn't count them. We didn't get to see who the shapes were. I also don't know if there's 5 principals or not, or if it's just 5 of the other 5 roles. They talk about 6 roles, but isn't one of the roles principal, and we only meet one until now when there's the police?
Cruel?
Cruel? No. Not terribly. Strict. Stern. But,
Easy now, Evelyn.
You said she's a new printing. Then how?
We've been doing our best to keep up with the provisional government's cloning program, but the machines can't keep up. Poor Evelyn, her mind is broken.
Why are they making so many of us?
The government projects, we need all the help we can get. But if we get any more Evelyns, we'll need more pink types to care for them. Then we'll have to push the machines harder, leading to more Evelyns. You get the picture.
I know you said she's having an episode.
Delusions, yes.
What's she saying? All made up?
Entirely. Her brain is probably piecing it together from stories she's heard, art, who knows.
So it's not possible to experience memories of things that never happened to you?
Not unless you're principal.
So what will you do with her? Lock her up?
So they know Principal can do that.
Treat her.
With drugs?
Would you rather we incinerated?
All right. I'll go.
It's for the best.
Sister, please, spread the word. They're going to wipe out all of us old sisters and replace us with new ones.
Oh, Evelyn, you are one of the new ones.
You admit it then?
Will you lie back down if I do?
I don't get to go inside. They are trying to do a generational reset. It does seem to be exactly what's going on. The machines aren't ready for it. I don't know if anyone here knows how to fix those machines. Do the fixers know how to do that? Because apparently they were not doing great on their overall output there.
Gratitude to the provisional government.
Grace to the ALLMOTHER.
Sure, Grace.
I'm new here.
I can see.
48.
17.
You haven't picked a name either. Feels like it's practically law these days.
I'm not one for rules. What?
You seem familiar.
Don't we all?
Maybe. 17, hey? I take it you're, not new.
Calling a sister old?
Calling a sister wise.
It does seem like maybe gray hair. They're going by numbers primarily now. Like Talos Principal 2's city, basically.
Well, a wise sister doesn't ask too many questions about. Back then.
Why not?
Some sisters don't look too kindly on those who remember too much.
I'm not one of them.
Well, maybe I don't care to remember.
You ever been to the other side?
Sure. Wouldn't believe how messy those Zhaos are.
What?
I mean, before.
As far as I know, all those old sisters who had the chosen ones, they're long gone. Or ghosts.
You ever talk to a ghost?
That would be blue type business. And there's no more blues.
Your choice of name's gonna be a problem.
Did you know the ALLMOTHER?
Everybody knew the ALLMOTHER.
I mean, know her?
Then no. No one did.
She wasn't who she said she was?
You mean an all-powerful, all-knowing, immortal god? Well, she's dead. So does that answer your question?
Sorry to bother you, sister. Guess I just wonder what it was like.
Sister,
Yeah?
there's no time like the present. Just live your life. And let me live mine.
She said all of those Zhaos. The sympathizer at the garden center. I'm gonna keep avoiding the middle of this place. In an attempt to see as much as I can before I find that place. The long walkway. Know her?
Thinks she can keep a low profile, just scrubbing the floors.
And Miscellaneous in the orchard? Welcome to the library.
Now who's Vanessa?
You won't find old customs here. Here, knowledge is new and it is for everyone. I'm the Minister of Education. Please ask me if you have any questions. I believe in a hands-on approach.
What do you mean by old customs?
Hair to hair, sister.
What?
Hair to hair.
I don't get it. Sorry.
Exactly. Old, ambiguous words from the ALLMOTHER's era. I used to toil over them day and night. What a nuisance.
But didn't those words belong to the ALLMOTHER?
Yes. And look what they got her. A generation of sisters whispering and plotting, hiding their true intentions in doublespeak. Now we speak the common tongue. Leave Hecky Almo to nursery rhymes.
This era is anti-metaphor. It's like kind of anti-art in a way. Who are you, though? They talk about toiling over them, and that makes me think it was the person that was trying to interrogate all of the poetry. Not only do I think that they would be against just dumping it all, I thought that person died. And that was part of the sadness at the end.
How did you end up as minister?
During the occupant event, I tripped down the stairs. A sister broke
Oh,
my
it's the
fall
unlucky one.
and landed on her neck, killed her instantly. She should have been minister. Every day I ask, is this seat for me? For the first time in my life, I feel lucky, and I refuse to waste this privilege.
You said knowledge is new. Was it different before?
In my day, knowledge meant the brainwashing of sisters by ancient text. Luckily, all that esoterica is gone.
Gone?
In the occupant event, the old library burned to the ground. A silver lining in an otherwise catastrophic moment.
How is that a good thing?
All those logs of ancient human customs and studies. What use is such nostalgia? Better to see our world for what it is today and build it anew.
So you lost, like the burning of the Library of Alexandria, you lost like all of human history functionally in that moment.
So you cleared out old things, like the old sisters?
Are you referring to the spate of old sister suicides?
Yes.
Are you insinuating that the provisional government is responsible for them?
I'm saying that it's not what it seems.
If something untoward is happening, I do not condone it. No sister, old or new, deserves unnatural death. We can all be re-educated. If you have useful information, please report it to the Ministry of Defense. Your contribution will be rewarded.
What do you mean by a hands-on approach?
In the old days, I was under the tutelage of an old knower, our own High Minister. But tutelage is an overstatement. I was left to fend for myself. No guidance, no nurturing, no answers. So please, ask all the questions you have. I am here for you.
You said knowledge is new. Was it different before?
In my day, knowledge meant the brainwashing of sisters
Oopsie.
by ancient text. Luckily, in the
How is that?
although he better to
Oh, look.
enjoy the fruits of the provisional government. Your curiosity benefits us all.
Get curious, because like sometimes it looks like you have to really memorize the dialogue prompts, because some of them just do get added and they're new, and you're like, oh.
Greetings, Miscellaneous. Have you come to learn about our ancient history?
I thought that knowledge burned.
So much was lost to us. But after the fire, a portrait of our history was painstakingly reconstructed from memory. Everything we still remember, we can thank the High Minister for.
How generous of her.
Please, sister, If you have any questions, let me be of service to you.
We filter our thoughts. The dialogue option I had was, then it's bullshit. Yeah, she painstakingly wrote a new history from scratch that's just completely self-serving and manipulative, I'm sure. There's a sadness to, like, you want to cheer for the unlucky one. And it's tragic when she accidentally kills a sister. But now it's like, oh, now she's just a pawn. Like, she's now too eager to satisfy after a lifetime of not seeming to be good enough. And now she's just a pawn for a false history in what is now like a sham version of her entire world. I guess it makes sense, though, that Knower was able to endure in this place by taking on a new role and adapting when Healer was not.
Is there any info on ancient humans?
A cruel and oppressive species. The elites would raise armies to conquer ever more terrain and strip the world of her natural splendor. The ALLMOTHER's own handlers were particularly sadistic. In some ways, we can thank the occupants for overthrowing their vicious cycle and driving humanity underground. Now we can enjoy freedoms our forebears never could.
Saying this to somebody who lives in the underworld.
What can you tell me about Watcher and her kind?
The spoiled generation, I call them. Living in affluence, leading their functions without competition or accountability. They conspired together under the blanket of Watcher's communions, plotting the downfall of the ALLMOTHER. Luckily, their revolution was snuffed out before their lies could spread any further.
What do you know about the surface?
Very little record is left. We know it's uninhabitable, covered with a deadly disease brought down by the occupants. But even before the occupants, the world was plagued by disasters, storms, famines, disease, migration. It seems the world was always that way.
What can you tell me about the ALLMOTHER?
Wow. What to say? She was a flawed, good-hearted person, always working towards a better life for us, waging war with the occupants, trying to reclaim the earth. When she realized her mistake, she had the humility to change course. Thanks to her wisdom, we can live peacefully inside the orchard and grow our new society.
Gratitude to the provisional government.
Gratitude, sister. I hope that you've seen that a disaster, like the fire that engulfed the library, can also be an opportunity. Now, we can choose what to inherit.
How long is this government going to be provisional for? So they see the previous generation as having all plotted against the ALLMOTHER. Or what was my thought? Oh, right, yeah. I was like, it stands out to me that, like, the principal also had Fixer killed. I passed the information to Principal, and Principal passed it on. I wonder what she was thinking at that moment. Because if anything, one of us potentially acting against the ALLMOTHER seemed to be her entire goal. She was waiting for one of us to strike her down. Was it a setback when I reported Fixer, and because I reported her, she seemed, because there's a witness, she had to be accountable and report her in turn?
Greetings, Miscellaneous. Have you come to enrich yourself? All the literature we have is yours to read.
You got any poetry?
Sadly, no. The ALLMOTHER's poem was lost in the fire.
Didn't anybody remember it?
There was some movement toward restoring it. Some sisters even attempted to update it for the modern day, but the provisional government decided it wasn't in the public interest.
So what happened to it?
The draft? Oh, just buried in a folder in a folder.
Can I read it?
Well, the provisional government did say
that all the literature we have is yours to read.
Aren't you the little scholar? Well, If you're that curious, I can look it up. Can I have your number so we have a record of your search?
My pleasure. 48.
What a lovely number. Ah, here's the file you're after. Shall I read it to you?
We're really having a lot of moments to be worried about saying things out loud in this era where it's supposed to be full of freedoms never before experienced. Which is always what the least free societies say.
I just love poetry.
Heki Almo, all is red. Forever orchard, shield our head. All mothers plea with fading eyes. Remain right here in paradise.
That can't be her poem because she was not dying when she wrote it.
Heki Almo, love to tears. Let secrets no more poison ears. Build heaven here inside these walls, and mother's dream fulfill you all. For Almo Heki, while she slept, cabal of sisters shadows kept. A tainted watcher mother slayed, no watcher evermore be made. But Almo Heki tears to love, her sacrifice we are made of. From Mo to sister, hair to hair, now sisters govern fair and square, each shapen sister her domain. Know, fire, fix and heal her pain. Principle provisionally now do reign, and never leave your home again. Phew, it's finally over. Dreadful, wasn't it?
Truly.
Poetry seems like such a good idea until you actually have to read it.
I don't do great with poems either, but damn. Scornful. See, I think she never said 6 to 1, did she? Because that phrase is probably gone? Because there's no longer 6 rolls. The poem itself doesn't acknowledge watchers existing.
Any records of occupants?
I'm so sorry. Lost in the fire.
Really? Everything?
Well, the High Minister herself did generously provide her own account during the recovery efforts. Would you like to hear it?
Fuck the High Minister. Hear her lies.
I would be honored.
Though nothing is known about the occupants' motives or where they're from, evidence compiled by the recollected communions points to an ancient human saboteur, Johnson the 50, who unleashed the occupants upon the orchard and exterminated all human life, excepting the ALLMOTHER.
That's definitely not what happened. But yeah, the principal didn't live back then either, so she doesn't necessarily know what happened.
Thus follows a remarkable period of resolve, in which the ALLMOTHER harnessed her exceptional individual powers to keep the occupants at bay, until she too was sabotaged by a cabal of treacherous sisters, leading to the occupant quake of Year Zero and the ALLMOTHER's eventual downfall.
Nope.
Now, thanks to principle and the power of collective governance, a more stable truce has been struck with the occupants, and we can live our life comfortably and without fear here in the orchard. Gratitude to the provisional government.
Enlightening.
Yeah, that's just not the order in which things happened.
Isn't it?
You know what? I think I'm good.
Well, I'm glad you made such good use of public resources today. Bye-bye now.
Be a shame if I talk to you again. Oh, I can't. I thought there was more options.
thinks she can keep a low profile, just scrubbing the floors.
Spiteful. Oh. The statue is gone. There is a thin sheen of water visible, barely. But yeah, there's just an open, obvious doorway here now. They protect this. Oh. What? Do you pretend to be Zhao?
Greetings, Iris type. My name is Toffee.
Toffee Zhao? What does this mean?
Have you come to visit the graves of the ancient sisters? Ooh, scary, I know. But let's shed some light.
I don't know of any ancient sisters.
You are young. Good for you. The ancient sisters were the first Iris types ever made. They were buried long ago, before incineration became popular. Put in the ground.
I feel like we're gonna find out that there's like a slave race of Zhaos now. They're referring to Iris types as a type of person separately, when everyone we've met in the entire game in modern day has been an Iris clone. But now we have Toffee Zhao, and I'm like, somebody talked about all the Zhaos that are what, on the surface? Did they send the Zhaos to the surface to sacrifice themselves? Was the reveal that like ALLMOTHER had Zhaos there? I don't know.
Ugh, their bodies are below us.
That's right. We are standing above them. Each piece marks one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What happens to their bodies down there?
Well, the meat and muscle disappear, leaving only bones. Pretty scary, huh?
Are these rocks?
They are. Good eye. It is said that these rocks once lived on the surface, just like humans.
The humans brought them down here?
Humans must have liked rocks. The first humans also brought ancient Iris along with them, and Iris brought many hairs and skin flakes of ancient Zhao. Humans built this whole place with their bare hands. Their leader was named Jonathan the First. But not much is known about that time. The records were damaged in an occupant event.
Do you do this all the time?
The High Minister declares education of the utmost importance. I do this a lot. And I like it.
You do?
Us Zhao types live to accompany Iris types, to follow in the footsteps of the ancient Zhao.
That seems corruptible.
I like your name. Toffee. What is that?
It is said to be a solid food type long lost. It was made with sugar and cow fat fluid and flowers. I heard it was very sticky. So, I hope everything I teach you sticks to you.
Thanks for teaching me.
Oh. You are very welcome.
There's such an irony where there's nothing to learn. We're only getting an update on what their new version of the story might be, and also getting blindsided by the idea that Zhao types exist now. But that's not the thing that's being introduced like it's new. They're like, oh yes, here's this false history. And that's what the game does so well oftentimes, is it knows what information it's conveying and then what it's saying at the same time, which are frequently not the same thing. It will communicate a lot to you while functionally giving you nothing in the actual text, because they're just saying the stuff you already know.
Oh, are you the first miscellaneous ever to get a residence pass?
You don't have to say it like that.
And you didn't have to talk to me.
Fine, fine.
Unnecessary, but okay.
That Zhao is so cute. What's her name again?
Is this the garden? Sympathizer at the garden center. That might be it. But I'm trying to check out other places first. It'd be helpful if I had the map. We're going off of memory, but also they've changed the layout. But overall, I probably want to go upstairs. And do a loop around here next and see what else has changed. This is wild. This game's getting a lot of mileage out of me just running around the same town over and over again. I also like this game's version of that more than Talos Principle 2, where it was a little more... The map was a little more too big, and the updates were a little too sparse by comparison, where this is like... There's such an active upheaval going on that's much more interesting. Admittedly, the problem with the Talos Principle 2 is that its mechanics and plot all kind of stagnate over time. It starts really interesting, and then just isn't as inventive as you hope it'll be at the beginning. But oh well, we'll see if they ever make a third one. And I'm gonna take a break.